Hello and welcome to episode 1 of a new series here on the channel where we are going to be playing the nation of Chien Binhrung. This is a mission tree that is pretty new, came out with the latest update, and so I'm definitely looking forward to jumping on into it. I would say it's a more semi-tall playstyle, like we conquer our home region, but it doesn't go and have us conquer all of Canor and Bulwar and all kinds of stuff. So it's a little bit more focused on our internal region, and we have a very interesting starting position because we actually start off at war in 1444. And this little bit of a lore background will tell us more about that. So, South Hellas is engulfed in war. Din Kalban, the traitorous son of the infamous Ghost Emperor of Han Sai, has split the realm of Binhrung Jin in two, raising his banners against his now ethereal father. The keen eyes of the Desert Raiders of Sertan, as well as the Mountain King of Verkal Ozavar, view this conflict as an opportunity to achieve their own ambitions, while the pirates of Pinghoi and the mercantile kingdom of Nagon slink away from the rule of the Kalban dynasty. But this is not their story. On the eastern shorelines of South Hellas, two destined rivals fight in the same war for a different purpose. Kudet Kai, the so-called unkillable Kai, once unjustly slew our Binhrung, Queen Duyen, and cast her body into the flames, a grave insult to our funerary customs. We were close to ending their disgraceful kingdom once, only for a lone band of Harimari to rout our sieging army and force us into a loathsome truce. Now, those same Harimari run the government of Kudet Kai and have sided with Din Kalban to ensure our downfall. This cannot stand. We will seize Kudet Kai's lands, its people, and finally avenge our Binhrung. But what then? The threats to our freedom will never cease. The Ghost Emperor desires a unified Kudet Kai, and the desert raids won't simply stop after the war. The only path to true freedom is through conquest. A fair subjugation, perhaps, but one where everyone is treated fair regardless of custom or race, but subjugation nonetheless. Such a lofty ambition cannot be accomplished easily. We will need all the help we can get, but who to trust? Not the snakes surrounding us, no, but perhaps the legendary Binhrungs of old can aid our kingdom once again. We are the Binhrung. Our kingdom is Chien Binhrung, and by the grace of the Binhrung Nitrak the Young, we will rule the peoples of Yanglam and Kai alike. All right. And this is another bit of a lore bit. We do have to mess with our settings here real quick. So we're going to go ahead and turn on Great Conquerors, and that is all of the things I need to change. The Crystal Kai. Chien Binhrung and Kudet Kai were once united in rule over Kudet Kai, but after a devastating war that left both our rulers dead, the soldiers of Kudet Kai carelessly cremated our queen's body in an act of treachery and total disregard for our customs. A few decades ago, we came close to avenging this tragedy and bringing an end to their rule, but were thwarted by a particularly clever Harimari mercenary whom they have now elected lord. Now we find ourselves at a turning point in history. The empire of Binhrung Jin, who formerly claimed dominion over us, is no more, and Kudet Kai plunges into another era of warlords. Emperor Kalban Sang was betrayed by his sons and so was forced to kill them, but one of them survived and now stands in open rebellion. Already, our spies have discovered evidence of correspondence between the Pretender and the Tiger Lord of Kudet Kai. Against all reason, there was silence on the part of the Emperor Sang, but all was soon to be revealed. Sang, seeing no other way to protect his people in his advanced age, performed secret magics to live on in spirit form. It would be hypocritical of us to denounce his action, for is it not similar to our veneration of the Crystal Queens? One of the first acts after his rebirth was a message to us, promising us territory from Kudet Kai should we assist him in putting down the traitors. Since it would seem that the Pretender has made the same promise to our rival, we're left with little choice but to fight. We will stand triumphant. Should Han Sai achieve total victory, we will cut Kudet Kai off from the sea and seize their heartlands. Plus 150 opinion with Han Sai, minus 150 opinion with Pinghoi and Nagon. Alright, we will stand triumphant. So, in 1444, as I said, we start off at war against Ma Huang and Kudet Kai. If we look at the numbers, we have just a slight disadvantage on our side of 2,000 cavalry, but we will, of course, be murking up immediately. Now, one thing to keep in mind is we do not have naval superiority, and we cannot get it in this war. They have two heavies, and we have none, so our coastline here is going to get devastated. As you can see, we have a very large coastline. Let's go over our starting leader. So, we have Binhrung Nitrak Trung, a 435 strict, which is very nice, 16 years old, so we'll live for quite a while, I hope. As for our government, we are human administration, minus 2.5% all power cost, minus 25% cultural conversion cost, and for human military, plus 5% morale for armies and navies. We're making a very slight profit at the moment. That will change soon. We are Tech 3, we've embraced feudalism. As for ideas, we have 10% trade efficiency, 10% shock damage, 10% production efficiency, -1 national unrest, +1 tolerance to true faith, -10% core creation, core creation cost, -25% harsh treatment cost, +5% discipline, 0.5 yearly legitimacy, +10 max absolutism, -10% fire damage received, and +15% national manpower modifier. We need to win the war with Hansai, and that will finish our first mission. As for decisions, there is a formable here that we could do when we are Admin Tech 7. We need to own 5 provinces of each of these different cultures, and then we can become Chekod Yunrung, which apparently it has national ideas, but I'm not seeing any missions, so we might do that. It would change us to an empire, which would be pretty nice. That's more governing capacity. As for religion, we are currently Righteous Path, though I don't know if we stay Righteous Path or if we flip to Mystic Accord. We'll see. But as for right now, it gives us +10% national tax and 0.5 yearly army tradition. The cultural beliefs prevalent throughout Helest, the Righteous Path, is more a collection of local folklore and superstition, primarily surrounding the life force Chi. It is said that the Righteous Path is like a river. It is different in each land and each people, but all part of the great flow of life. There are different ways of faith that we can select, and they will give downsides for bonuses. I really like this one. Leadership of martial heroes. +33% general cost, but +2 land leader shock is absolutely massive in the early game. And like this, we have a disciplined leader. We could get 15% morale of armies, but that costs a lot of religious power. And again, I don't think we're going to convert these, because if we flip, well, then I don't want them converted. Though it is affecting our religious unity quite a bit. We do start off with our leader as a general, actually, so she probably won't live that long. But she starts off as a 0433, which is rather nice. And we do, in fact, have estates. Now, obviously, we can't revoke right now because we're at war. But I want to have the monthly... Actually, what I should do is check real quick to see if there's anything that requires us to have a certain amount of crown land. I'm not seeing it anytime soon. So I think we're good. I think we're good to take our admin points and all the other points. So take admin. We definitely need to sell titles here. I will take the mill. We will sell. Can't seize. And let's get these guys a little bit more loyal. So nobility, let's hand you supremacy over the crown, first of all. Clergy, you currently have 46. We can give you oversight. And I don't really want to give religious diplomats, if I'm going to be honest with you. But I do want them to have 5 more loyalty. Are we fighting against anyone that's not the same religion as us? Technically, yes. Yeah. Okay, then we can do the... Where are you? Expansion is elder. Oh, no, it doesn't give us anything. No, it does. Clergy loyalty plus 10%. Sure. I guess that's only when the bonus is active. At peace with heretics and heathens for 15 years. Yeah, but if that happens, then it doesn't really matter, right? Then we just declare a war and get it back. So that gets them up to a 66% and doesn't give them a lot of influence, which is nice. The nobility, I'm going to need to give you... we need to just give you right of counsel. Keeps them right below 60 influence. As for the merchant, I want you to have free enterprise and promote merchant guild bookkeeping because it's just so very strong. That doesn't give them the loyalty that I'd be looking for, though. I guess I could give it enforced interfaith dialogue. It would have a pretty big cost on that. And these guys are heretics. I would need to give the clergy something else, but I could do that. What else does the clergy want? I could give development of temples. They won't lose crown land for me developing, but I think I'm fine with that. And then merchants will give you the forced interfaith dialogue, and then if we don't want it, we can always get rid of it. As for adventurers and mages, I'm sorry, you don't get anything. You don't have what it takes. Okay, let's hire the novice adventurers. There's our 6,000 more troops that will be very useful in this fight. Move you guys over here and equip our queen. Let's start building a spy network in here. How are our merchants looking? Pulling from Phi 10 and from High Ban. Now, our trade node is not the best. High Ban is a starting node, so there's not a lot of value coming out of here. And Phi 10 is going to have a hard time pulling trade down into here from the Tianlu node. Unless someone like Phi 10 gets really big, but we don't really want that because we want to take this trade down to us. Now, Sarhal is in, but we can't bring the trade from Sarhal over. The trade from Sarhal only goes into the Gulf of Rahin, so that's just something to kind of keep in mind for the future. We might not be able to do that, since we kind of stick to our own region. All right, ships can stay at home, and I think we are good to finally unpause. I don't think I've missed anything. We can't afford advisors, so I'm not going to worry about hiring them. Okay. So there he goes. We're immediately just going to go straight to their capital. Don't see a reason why they would not accept that, or why we would not do that. We have 6. Let's get another 4,000 troops on there with the general. Yeah, see, now here's the problem. They could just walk over here and fight us. Go ahead and grab that morale of armies guy. Yeah, if we want to be at least somewhat scary. Yeah, I definitely think they're coming over here to fight us. How long does it take us to get out of here? 3 days? Okay, let's play this a little safe. In fact, I think I'm going to go speed 3 here at the beginning. While we wait. Yeah, see, the fight's here on the 22nd. But I can be long gone. What? What? That's very unfortunate. It takes these guys... Yeah, because they don't have the general. They don't have the general, so they move slower. Oh, I should have thought about that. Well, we'll reinforce it. It's not a fight we're likely to win. Yeah, we're going to have to retreat from this. But hopefully that gives time for our ally to actually get something done. Though at the moment it doesn't look like it is. It kind of just looks like they're getting bodied. Alright, let me leave. It's fine. I got it. Ouch. That is a very big ouch. We took a lot of damage there. Dang. That's so unfortunate that it was 1 day off. I should have checked. Should have checked. And now we're trapped in our capital. Oh, that's not good. Throw on a defensive edict. Well, hopefully this gives my ally time to do what they need to do. We'll just take the brunt of this war. We're losing 14 ducats a month. 15 ducats a month. My goodness. Yeah, their entire military is just over here locking me in. Hello? We're also at war with the dwarves now? Oh, they allied them after the war started. I saw that and I was like, oh, that's really a big deal. It is in fact a big deal because we're declaring war on them. So now we have to deal with all the dwarves. Well, this is bad. This is very bad, actually. Luckily, this is a hills fort. It's got some decent defensiveness on it. We may need to go to the mages and ask for some help. Do I go for a broad ward here? I think I do. Let's ask for a broad ward. Let's focus... Yeah, let's focus mill. So this is now 46%. I suppose I could have gone for a narrow ward. Probably should have, now that I think about it. But our ally is doing what they need to do, so overall, it's fine. I'm just going to have to take the economic brunt of the war, which, you know what? After all the times that I have made the AI take the economic brunt, maybe it's deserved. Maybe. I'm not convinced. But here they come. We also did get the harder beginning here. They have a level 3 urban fort compared to a level 1 grasslands fort. It's a bit more tricky to get through, if you ask me. They're doing their job. I mean, preferably they go and get the dwarves out, but I don't know how well it's going to work. The real downside of this war is that the AI is in charge of the peace deal. So I'm kind of at their mercy for when things get done. Otherwise, I'm just kind of sitting here. If these guys all leave, I'm going to fight this. But I need them to commit. All right, here we go. We're breaking out of here. We have sat on our capital long enough. Let's go ahead and sally out with 2,000 troops. We roll a 0 in the shock phase. Huge. We roll a 4 in the shock phase. Huge. We're rolling not too great. Which is very disappointing. But at least this time they took equal losses. But that's all of our manpower. We are now officially out. And no real hope of really pushing out and taking anything. We'll grab this. It says about the mercenary leader offers a deal where one of the options they went with accept the deal. Oof, man. Really? Didn't realize we were on the bad side of the war. We get plus 25% mercenary costs and minus 50 merc manpower. Dang. We sided with the wrong guy. We should have gone with this guy. This guy sucks. I mean, we have to get through Kudet Kai. Really is the only option here. So let's step there, and let's hope that we get a wall breach or something. Because they're going to unsiege all of this relatively quickly. 122 air is not exactly what you want to see. Not what you want to see at all. That's alright. We'll see how it goes. Minus 28. I mean, they're at 0%. But if we can grab this, it'd be pretty huge. When do I get Miltech 4? 2 years. These guys have a 3 mil ruler. 3 mil, and I have a 5. Okay, so, I mean, we will get Miltech 4 first. Dwarves won't be too far behind. But, I mean, worst comes to worst. It'll be close. Okay, Sertan is on our side, at least. Though, that's not actually great in the long run, because I wanted to eat Sertan, but, hey. I'm not going to complain about it right now, okay? We can complain later, not right now. Let's take these troops off. Don't need to be taking that much attrition. I sent the wrong troops off. There we go. Though this may encourage them to attack me, we shall see. Yeah, I can't, like, go up and separate piece people out is the problem. Have to rely on the AI. There we go. Ma Huang's capital is unsieged. So now we just have to hope that we take this before they contest it. Please. 35%. Nope. Okay, there's a fight going on there. Nothing I can do to help. I'm still locked behind this fort. 49%. There we go. Okay, scorch it. Alright, first step done. We are out of manpower. We'll consolidate. Out of manpower, and we're definitely running out of money relatively quickly. How many troops they have left? 24,000. You have 4. Okay, we're gonna have to win this war. That's what it's gonna come down to. We're gonna have to win the war on our own. Can't say I'm all too surprised by that. Now, you arrive there on the 4th, and you leave on the 4th. So I arrive on the 11th. And that works for me. They shouldn't reinforce it. There we go. Nice little stack wipe. I could contest this immediately. I probably should. Let's just make sure we keep consolidating. There we go. It's another stack wipe. This should hopefully be another stack wipe. Beautiful. Okay, they're down to 14,000 troops. This is Ma Huang's main force. I think what I do is I just go and siege down Hansai here. Because what is Kudet Kai going to do? They don't have enough troops to siege down their capital, so we just leave. We just leave. We dip out. We go secure this. Make sure that we win. I mean, with those 4,000 troops, now they have enough. But hopefully Hansai starts to pull their weight here. Because I have taken a brutal, brutal start for these guys. There we go. Another stack wipe. Go and full consolidate. At the very least, not too far of a force limit now. Yeah, see, they have enough now. I do need to siege down Patu. At least someone does. Prita, eater of saturation. Stews turn to ash, soup to sand, and flesh to rock. In several villages in Ren Exhar, an inexplicable phenomenon has taken place, the inability to eat or find satiation. The suspected cause is a spirit called Preta, whose spiritual influence can alternately make the hungry satiated and the satiated hungry again. Although mostly invisible, Preta occasionally takes on the form of either a malnourished noble or a plump peasant. Tragically, many have already succumbed to this affliction, and we fear more will perish in the days to come. Interestingly, it seems that Preta's impact is confined to a specific area, as those who have left the affected region regain their ability to eat. The duration of this hunger plague remains uncertain, but it is undoubtedly threatens devastation and depopulation in the affected area for a considerable period. For 10 years, we get 0.05 monthly devastation from a local spirit. Now, Hellas is very spiritual, and I don't mean that in like a religious sense necessarily, but in a sense where spirits are much more prevalent than the rest of the world. Where they roam around a lot more, In fact, there's a whole disaster that the whole subcontinent goes through called the Rending. That is about spirits. So it's not uncommon for these kind of events to pop up. So that will be the first of many spirits that probably cause us issues. Mostly just issues. They can help, but it's mostly just issues. All right, we're going to wipe these troops. There we go. Walk onto here. Wipe these troops. Now, the question is, what's the special war goal? I would assume there's a special war goal that these guys get. I hope there's a special war goal. If it's not a special one, we're in for a time. But he currently has 0 troops, so what we should do is ensure he stays with 0 troops. And just make sure that both of these get occupied. He can just walk down to here, which is kind of annoying. But we can definitely contest that. We'll transfer all of this over to Hansai, just to ensure that he actually pieces out if it's not a like special option. Because I don't really want to be stuck in this war forever. But I do want to go kill these troops. Kudet Kai has 6,000 troops, and they're all right there. Actually, technically it's 7,000, but who's counting? We wipe these troops, and then we can full siege. No, you're throwing. You're actually throwing. You're actually throwing my game. That's crazy. Here I am trying to win this war, and Sertan is just like, nah, actually, I think I'm just going to lose it. Arrive on the 12th. I want to arrive on the 17th. There we go. Yeah, see, getting to the dwarves is going to be difficult because there's 2 level 3 forts that we'd have to get through. There's our first loan. Man, I was hoping this war would be a little bit easier. We are on 90% war score, so we're almost there. See, but we can't allow that to happen. We cannot let them build more troops. This war will go on for even longer. Though I'm afraid it's going to go on longer anyways. Like, if we have to full siege his allies as well, we're in for a very long war. Very, very, very long, very painful war. Okay, you're going to go here. War exhaustion has hit 7.66. Seems like we're going to be at peace for a while after this. I kind of left these guys out to dry. My bad. Didn't realize he was trying to push for it. If I can have allies attached to me, then we could actually try and get this level 3 fort siege down. I'm not sure why you keep taking these fights. I can't reinforce you there. Come on, Hansai. Get on the siege. It's your war. You need to pay the manpower for it. Come on. It's only fair. I've spent a lot on this war. I've lost 8,000 to attrition and 27,000 in total. Hansai has lost the least amount. You coward. You absolute coward. And he's not even jumping on this. He's just sitting there. Yep, we're gonna have to 100%, I think. That is very sad. But that does mean I need to siege down Kudet Kai fully, so we'll just keep working at it. More loans, though. Do I want to go indebted to the merchants? I don't think so. I think we'll be done by then. Famous last words. I guess I have to throw all my troops on here. Can I at least get away with not having my cav? Okay, I can. That's expensive. Put my cavalry on that. There's Tech 4, so now our troops are way better than everybody else's. We're at 99% war score. 96% war score, because they unsieged something. Hansai, man, I'm doing all I can, okay? I'm trying to carry you through this war to the best of my abilities with my limited income and development, but you've got to get it over the finish line. Only you can do the peace deal. Only when Hinfat falls, then we'll be good to go. I need to go occupy this. Cannot afford for it to fall. We can also turn off our defensive edict. No reason to have that up and going. Corruption. I'm not losing a stability. Ain't no way. Ain't no way you're taking my stability this early. I am very happy with my 0 stability. Thank you very much. Here. Have them. I don't want them. I do want this. But you just, like, want everything. So, you're being kind of rude right now. That's all the troops left. Are we almost free? We're almost done. Just have our cav looting down here a little bit. Oh, I don't think I can loot that. Loot this. Are we not looting? Hello? What? Is that not the primary war? No, that doesn't make any sense. I have it occupied too. Scammed. Where's my money? This army's expensive. Well, you think I'm just feeding them or paying them with grain? No. They aren't centaurs. Centaurs didn't deserve that one. They caught us stray and they don't even know we exist. Okay, send in our mercs, and we're sending our troops back home. They're done. They have played their part in this war. Okay, well, I'm glad we won. I wasn't sure. I didn't realize it was going to be this tricky in the early game. This is the first attempt, so I'm pretty happy with how this went. Obviously, if I did it again, I wouldn't immediately walk to Kudet Kai's capital. But at the same time, it did work. Like, we didn't take the capital, but it did move all the troops over onto my side. Right, and that is the end of the war. War for the Mantle by Chien. 83,000 lost on our side, 116 on their side. Hansai victorious. The war is finally over. Our troops have defeated the last stronghold of the traitors' resistance. Unfortunately, the great temple of Ma Huang got severely damaged during the war and plundered by scoundrels. After settling the peace talks together with the ambassador of Chien Binhrung, where they could finally take revenge for the desecration of their former queen's body, we can turn our attention to the much pressing internal matters. Learning his lessons from his previous failure, the Ghost Emperor himself decapitated his unfilial son in the throne room, ignoring the plea for mercy from his surviving followers. Now, the mind of the Ghost Emperor can finally focus on the true task at hand, to channel his fervor on reviving Bai Han Jin and lead his nation to reconquer the lost glory and influence. Okay, so they get a permanent claim on the Nagon area. Sertani raiders will ravage our newly taken land. So be it, and we have victory. The past has been righted with the victory of Hansai over their pretender. We've also avenged our humiliation at the hands of the Tiger Lord and the Tiger Lord of now and the Queen Burners of the past. Our armies move swiftly to secure the great city of Nierek von Kai and the surrounding countryside, while our fleet secures the coastline. We gain permanent claims on all of them, and they cede the provinces to us. Sertani raiders will ravage our newly taken lands. I'm not sure what happened here. Maybe Sertan offered to join the war, and because of that, they just went and, like, looted everything that was taken. That could be an option. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that. And we can finally avenge our queen. One war ends, and with it the unkillable Kai lies beaten and bleeding. The Enrong has ensured that our people's memory shall endure, but she looks now to her environs. The ethereal Emperor of Hansai yet lingers, but the court whispers that his presence ebbs by the day. The Kai remain divided, and the Mountain King sneers from a throne built on the backs of the Hinfat. Their time will come. For now, we will recover. The event ending the blood feud happens, and we gain a permanent claim on the Nagalfo area and the Kasainem area as well, which is the rest of Kudet Kai. But we definitely need to rest. I mean, we have 2 loans already, and 10.16 war exhaustion and 1449, as you do. Ending the blood feud. To Kudet Kai, Enrong Duin has long served as a trophy. She was first slain, then ridiculed, then confined to a funerary urn. With the disgrace of her erstwhile captors, we are prepared to welcome her body to its rightful place in Na Nuana Temple. As our soldiers breached the walls of Nierek Vodin Kai, accompanied by our Enrong herself, they sang songs of vengeance and triumph. The city's mortuary sanctum, once proud, now ran red with the blood of the so-called unkillable Kai. In victory, however, came a crushing revelation. Duyin's urn is not here. Panic turned to terrible purpose. Nierek Vodin Kai burned bright that night. A query for later. For now, we must rest. Until 1459, we get plus 35% manpower recovery speed. We get 15 devastation in the province. Well, that's nice. Then I get the manpower recovery speed after this war, because we definitely need it. Right, let's bring these guys home. I'm going to reduce my war exhaustion down to 2. We do need to make sure that we have some monarch points available, but let's start coring all of that up. Very valuable land. I mean, it's the last center of trade in our node, I believe. There might be one hidden that I can't see. But it's an urban province, so this would be a really good place to develop the Renaissance in. Much better than our capital. Capital's kind of bad. It's hills and stuff. Though, to be fair, it does need some Diplo dev, so maybe I shouldn't have bought down my war exhaustion and spent the admin points, but hey, we're going to be chilling for a while here. We are still losing money, though, which is not great. I can rival Ping Hoi, rival Sertan, and rival Arakellen. I can summon the Diet and seize Crown Land to get back up above 10 Crown Land. Not too bad. Manpower level at least 50%. I agree. And, I mean, Hansai is going to die at some point, but not right now. Let's build a spy network on Sertan, because hopefully these guys break apart. If they don't, we'll find a way to do it. Our truce with Kudet Kai is up in 64, so it is a 15-year truce. That's just the way it's got to be. Number of loans less than 1. You know, what a joke. Though maybe we can sell titles soon and pay off these couple of loans. We will see. But I think that we're going to call it there for our first episode, which it went way better than I was expecting once the war started. So I'm glad we did that. We were able to take Kudet Kai's land, and next time we will hopefully try and recover our economy a little bit and continue our push into Kudet Kai and into the rest of the Thidden Kai region as well. But that is going to do it for today. I would like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.